Today in cloud gaming news, we have PlayStation games, we have Xbox games, and we have Amazon Luna games. But to start, we're going to give a quick update on the latest This Week on Stadia blog post because it has been delayed until tomorrow. Now, there's not much else to say, but it is worth pointing out that tomorrow does happen to be May 4th. That is Star Wars Day, so maybe they have something in store for us to look forward to. Who knows? There's already a ton of rampant speculation happening online as to what we might see, be it Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order going on sale, or another game with the Star Wars branding being available on Stadia. My personal suggestion is just wait and see. There's no guarantee we're going to be getting any sort of Star Wars related announcement, and it would be a nice surprise if it does happen, and if it doesn't, oh well, at least you weren't expecting it, right? Regardless, it is interesting that they decided to postpone This Week on Stadia, but it wouldn't be the first time this happens either. But now let's move on to the rest of the cloud gaming space, and we're going to start with some games that will be coming soon to Amazon Luna. First up for the Luna Plus channel is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. In this game, you'll get to play as Ai and other iconic characters from the franchise, racing to stop monkey mad scientist Dr. Bad Boon from blowing up Jungle Island. If you've never played these games, I will vouch for them being really fun. I grew up playing them, and I will say that they're very reminiscent of Marble Madness, except instead of controlling the ball, you're controlling the actual level itself. I will say I think this is a great pickup for the Luna Plus channel. It's a title that's relatively new. It launched October last year, and it's published by Sega, notably a publisher who's been showing a lot of support for the Amazon Luna service overall. Following that, the family channel will also be getting a new title with Get Packed Fully Loaded. In this title, you'll be working as last-ditch removals that must handle a hostile eviction when a greedy salt mining company takes over the town of Ditchlington. Your goal is to rapidly relocate the entire town, leaving a trail of destruction, explosion, and debris in their wake. Now, I had the opportunity to play Get Packed when it launched on Stadia. Fully Loaded does have some additional levels and more content than the original Stadia release, and I will say it's a pretty fun couch co-op game if you have friends to play with. But I will say it's not the funnest game to play alone. As for the last title coming to Amazon Luna, it's slated for the Retro channel, and it's Capcom Arcade Stadium. From 3D rendered arcade cabinets to scanline filters, this brings back everything you need to feel that nostalgic arcade era. It includes 20 arcade classics such as Ghost and Goblins, Strider, Dynasty Wars, Final Fight, 1941 Counterattack, and much more. This seems like the perfect fit for the Retro channel, and I'm sure a lot of people who are signed up to it are going to be very happy to see all these games make their way over. Overall, 3 solid picks for the respective channels. I will say that Super Monkey Ball and Banana Mania is my highlight this month, but I do think the Capcom Arcade Stadium edition for the Retro channel is a pretty big deal considering how many classics are involved. Now, before we move on, I do want to remind everyone that the Prime Gaming channel games this month are Ghost Runner, Ride 4, Monster Truck Championship, and Metal Slug 3. This channel is free to access for any Amazon Prime subscribers living in the United States, so if you've been wanting to give Luna a try, definitely check it out. But now let's move over to the PlayStation Now games for the month of May, of which there are 3. But I do want to begin by saying that this month in particular will be very interesting to watch for the PlayStation side of things. After all, the PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now revamp that's happening next month should be getting some sort of announcement for games we can expect on that service this month. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell as well to not miss out when that news drops. But now let's move over to the games arriving this month, the first of which is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. This is a 3D arena fighter with some fantastic visuals and attention to detail for series fans, but also has really fun and fast-paced gameplay. Admittedly, the fact that it's easy to pick up and play means that it also lacks a bit of depth in comparison to other fighters. But if you're a fan of the anime series, certainly check it out because it really does stay true to it. Following that, we have another fighter with Soul Calibur 6. A tale of souls and swords is eternally retold here. This weapon-based fighting game classic returns with an all-new battle mechanic as well as an assortment of new game modes. It's a really great game and one worth checking out if you're a Soul Calibur fan, and if for some reason Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm's lack of depth was an issue, this game's got you covered. The last title heading to PlayStation Now this month is Blasphemous, and this is an indie game that's a punishing action platformer that combines the fast-paced skill combat of a hack and slash with a deep and evocative narrative core delivered through the exploration of a huge universe composed of non-linear levels. Now, I haven't played this one myself, but I will note that Steam reviews are very positive, with many users citing it as a good mix between Dark Souls and a Metroidvania. I will say that it does a great job with its art style, creating a pretty unique and dark atmosphere. Overall, it's a pretty okay lineup for PlayStation Now. Most of these games are a bit on the older side for sure, but I can't say I'm wasn't too surprised considering the revamp is so close. I'm sure these games will be a part of the new subscription service, but I'm expecting a lot of changes considering how many games are leaving. Not to mention, we should also expect another 300 to 400 additional titles that are from the PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP era. I kind of expected PlayStation Now news to be fairly slow until they start announcing those titles after all. But for now, let's move over to the Xbox Cloud Gaming news, and they just announced the games coming to Game Pass Ultimate for the month of May. All the following titles are available to download through Game Pass, but also playable on the cloud via Game Pass Ultimate. Starting today, you can play Loot River and NBA 2K22. On May 5th, you can expect Trek to Yomi and Citizen Sleeper. May 10th includes Danganronpa 2, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, and This War of Mine Final Cut. In addition to this, on May 12th, NHL 22 will also arrive, but it won't be available through the cloud. As per usual, when some games come in, some games are getting ready to leave, so be sure to play these titles before they leave on their respective dates. Getting ready for its departure on May 10th is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Definitive Edition. On May 15th, it will be Enter the Gungeon, Final Fantasy X, 10-2 HD Remaster, Remnant from the Ashes, Steep, The Catch, Carp and Course, and The Wild at Heart. As a reminder, if for some reason you want more time with the game and plan on buying it before it leaves, your membership does include an additional 20% off your purchase to keep these titles in your library. All in all, it's a pretty good month for Xbox Cloud Gaming, far from the best, but also not the worst. There are a lot of niche picks this month, but I will say Loot River and Trek to Yomi look like fantastic brand new indie games that I definitely want to check out. That's a ton of games available through the cloud through all of these services, so let me know what you plan on playing down below. And with that, we'll wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it at all or found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is just a simple thank you to everyone who sticks around toward the end of the video and listens to these messages. It means a lot to me that you all enjoy the content, and there's plenty more coming. If you ever have any feedback or suggestions for what would make the channel better, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below or reach out to me directly on Discord. As always, thanks for watching. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.